Welcome everyone to my channel. This is Lady G at Great Basin Alchemy, and I would like to welcome all the new visitors to this channel. Thank you for being here with me today and with the collective us. And today I painted my nails a little glimmery green, and I have some incense burning. It's rose, frankincense, and myrrh, as opposed to gold. It's kind of hard to burn gold, but also the rose indicates what we're going to be talking about, refers to what we're going to be talking about tonight. And I have my snow globe with glitter going on here, with the Yule tree. And then I have my menorah here, and I'm not recording on the fourth night of Hanukkah, but because this is about the new moon and the solar eclipse, which does occur on the fourth night of Hanukkah, which also corresponds to Christmas Day. For those who celebrate Christmas, I am invoking the spirit of the fourth night of Hanukkah. So in my household, we are a multi sacred practice household. So hence we have the Yule tree and we have Hanukkah menorah here. And the frankincense and myrrh uplifts the spirit. And the rose is addressing the heart. And that is what we're talking about today. The fourth chakra is the heart chakra. And so that is what we're going to be addressing today through this reading. So I can already tell you that it's going to be a powerful reading. The energy is really intense, and I actually had to drink a lot of water because I was getting really dehydrated just feeling into this. So we're going to invoke some sacred beings tonight. Archangel Raphael, who is one of the four archangels in Jewish tradition, who walks with you everywhere you go. And I have this really interesting Kabbalah oracle card deck, which I haven't used very frequently. So that's going to be interesting to use this. A lot of these decks are new to me, or are not used frequently by me. So I'm going to definitely be referring to the books on most of these. We have Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. Tradition has it that Kuan Yin vowed when she transitioned that she would not leave the earthly plane until the heart was healed and the planet became a planet of compassion. So she is dedicated to the evolution of the consciousness on this planet, and she asked to be a part of this. This is a brand new deck to me. The Druid Plant Oracle, and I'm really excited to use this. And tonight it's going to be representing Mama Gaia, and possibly a couple of other sacred beings who are with us here tonight. So with that being said, there are a few disclaimers that I need to say right up front. First of all, this video is not intended for viewers under the age of 13. So if you are under the age of 13, you need to ask your parents' permission to continue watching. Also, I'm asking that everybody who participates in this sacred space connect within themselves. So I have set up the energy grids for this sacred space, and I am modeling that to anybody who comes into this reading with me, into this space with me. And so I just invite you and your body deva and your teams to connect and match the energy that I am modeling to all of you at this time. Also, I ask that you check in with yourselves as we do this sacred work together, because some of it's going to resonate and some of it isn't, and that's okay, because there will be multiple people listening and watching. Everybody's going to have something that resonates with them. So just be patient and listen to the part that makes you go, oh, I need to pay attention to that. And one other caveat: the mind is the last thing to comprehend or understand when a teaching is given. Usually it strikes you in this really deep place within your soul. And what happens when that occurs is you often go offline and you don't understand what's happened, and you have to ask for someone to repeat it again, or you might ask for more clarification, or you might have to go back and listen to that section again multiple times, because it connected with you on an energetic level first, and then it slowly filters down through all your etheric bodies, and it hits your mental body last. So today we're addressing the emotional body, which is connected to you through your heart chakra. And the heart chakra is actually the real intense multidimensional space. That is where you access all the other dimensions, is through your heart chakra. So that's what we are going to be addressing tonight. And I believe that's it for the opening section. Okay, now we are in the middle of a really intense energetic time in Earth's history. We had the transit of Mercury on November 11th, which opened up this energetic space. The solar eclipse, which is happening today with the new moon. And then we have a lunar eclipse on January 10th. And that is going to be followed on January 12th by the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn. Saturn rules Capricorn, and Pluto is the planet of transformation and the underworld. So a lot of stuff is coming up for healing, and it's just an incredibly intense time for transformation. So everybody is going to be experiencing transformation in some way during this time. For some, it's going to be a little more gentle than others. And by gentle, I don't take that with a grain of salt, because everyone's going to be experiencing something really intense. For example, I had intended to do a video for winter solstice, but I had done a video a couple of days previously and had done some protocols and some teaching in that video that was really deep, and I felt the shift really strongly within myself, but I didn't realize that it was shifting me so dramatically. I thought I was feeling other beings shifting, and oh boy, that was one of the more intense shifts and transformational moments that I've experienced in a very long time, and it knocked me out for a couple of days actually. So I was not able to do a winter solstice reading, so I'm going to be including winter solstice energy in this reading as well, into this space, and hence the Yule tree, because that's the beginning. Winter solstice opens the Yule season, the 12 days of Yule, which runs from winter solstice until New Year's Day. And I consider those 12 days energetically to be a time out of time. the country of Ethiopia has a calendar of 13 months, and I always thought that was really interesting. It's a lunar-based calendar, and the 13th month is very, very short. It's just a few days, and to me, this that 13th month really spoke to me as far as the sacred feminine goes. The 13 is the number of the sacred feminine, and I kind of wished that we had something like that for our calendar. And so, in a sense, these 12 days of Yule is that 13th month for me, focusing on the sacred feminine in the northern hemisphere in particular, because we're in the darkest part of the year, and the sacred feminine is connected with darkness. And so this is the most intense time when we can connect with the sacred feminine. It's the most intense time for destruction and for creation. And it's I think it's so fitting that Pluto and Saturn are really involved in this time too. Yes, the conjunction doesn't happen until January 12th, but this entire time from November on has just been really intense energetically, and it really feels karmic and destined in a way. And I don't mean destined as in we don't have any choice in it. We do have choice in it, definitely. But destined in the sense that it's destined from the soul level as opposed to the consciousness here in this dimension. So I was actually doing a reading for myself around some political events that were going on, and the cards that kept coming up were really referring to this karmic process, and I got this image that there was a yod involved, the yod is a Hebrew letter, but it is also a formation of planets in the sky, that the particular formation indicates the finger of God. It's called the finger of God, where two planets are pointing towards a third planet, and it's very specific as to the angles involved of the planets and the relation to one another. And so I stopped the reading that I was doing, and I went into my star app, and I looked, and sure enough, there was a yod in that moment, and it was showing me that whatever the outcome was of that political reading, it was destined. It was divine intervention. It was soul transformational. It was also karmic. And so no matter what I did at this level, it was going to happen. Whatever was going to happen is going to happen, and to just let go and go along for the ride. And so that's really the feeling of this entire energetic space from November 11th until January 12th. So whatever happens, just trust that there is a choice at the soul level. There's divine intervention involved, and there is a plan already in place, solution already in place for you at the soul level for whatever comes up for you at this time. And so right now, I just want to express gratitude that my family is provided for. We are federal employees, and so if there had been a shutdown, we would have been affected. And so I'm really grateful that the shutdown was averted, and that we have abundance. I had an amazing situation of abundance happen to me today, and I'm just incredibly grateful for that. It was a reminder to me to have these affirmations. And one of Louise Hay's affirmations that has just been so helpful for me around abundance is, how does it go again? I can say it when I'm not on the spot. Let me think again. I have an abundance of money with plenty to spare and to share. And so whenever I get really stressed about abundance and resources and money in my bank account, I say that mantra. And I said it several times today as things came up and over the last couple of days, because some things have come up and it's thrown me for a little bit of a loop. And it was just amazing today how everything just worked out, and I had exactly the amount of money that I needed for everything that I needed today. And I didn't have to wish that I had more. I had exactly what I needed for the things that I wanted to feel sated, to feel full and complete. And that was just a really, really wonderful feeling, and a reminder that my thoughts really do create things. So, with that in mind, let me just check my notes here and make sure that I've covered everything. Okay. So before we get to the reading, I would like to invite you to write intentions for this new moon. And this is my tradition of using a piece of yellow paper and a red pen to write your intentions for this new moon cycle. And as I've said previously, when you write intentions, it may take a while for them to manifest, depending on what track you're on. And if you need to move tracks, if you need to move paths or roads, so that you have those options that you're wanting to manifest in your life. If you're over here and the option that you want is over here, and there's no branch over there, you may have to forge a path to get over to that path, so that you can receive that option. So, if you have been setting intentions at every new moon, and they're not quite coming to reality, coming to fruition, keep doing it. Just keep doing it. You will get there. So what I do is I write on a piece of yellow paper, activating the solar plexus, the third chakra, which is the chakra of will and power, and the root chakra with the red pen, which is the source of safety and creation and beingness, as well as third dimension existence. So when you do this, you have the power to create. And really this pulls in the energy and invites your body to do the creating. We create in the upper realms and other dimensions, but the body creates in this dimension. So we want to create a space where we can reflect